Hello friends, I am Dr. Sapka Manisha. Here today in this particular video lecture we will study what is the energetics, which are the different modes of energy generation. In case of prokaryotic cell, our example is bacterial cell. As an example, here we take the glucose catabolism to study the energetics of the cell. Here when a single molecule of glucose enters into the cell, what happens to that glucose molecule and how cell derives the energy. Here this is the first part of glucose catabolism. This glucose when enters into the cell, it passes through the glycolysis, and by passing through the glycolysis it is finally converted to the pyruvic acid. Here there are some alternative pathways to the glycolysis. These are ED pathway, interandroid pathway, PPP pathway, HMP pathway, hexose monophosphate pathway, but one of the most widely operated pathway in the cell is glycolysis. It is also called as the EMP pathway. First of all, look after this pathway, and then we will go for the next part of the glucose catabolism, that is TCA cycle. In case of glycolysis, when a single molecule of glucose, that is C6 carbon atom compound, when enters into the cell, it was first activated by taking one phosphate from ATP. ATP donates its phosphate to glucose, and glucose is converted to the glucose 6 phosphate. Here this phosphate get added to the 6 carbon atom. Here it get added, and the product form is glucose 6 phosphate. As there is transfer of phosphate, the enzyme required is hexokinase. Now next step is the glucose 6 phosphate is isomerized to fructose 6 phosphate. This is the isomerization reaction, as glucose and fructose are isomers of each other. The enzyme which governs this reaction is isomerase. Then in third reaction, fructose 6 phosphate was again phosphorylated. It was rephosphorylated by a phosphate taken from ATP. Second molecule of ATP here is used from the cell. ATP donates its phosphate, and that phosphate get added to the first carbon atom of the fructose. This is the first position of the fructose. Here phosphate get added. Now the product form is fructose 1,6-diphosphate. Here this up to this reaction, first, second, third reaction, these three reactions are divided as a preparatory phase of glycolysis, because here there is use of ATP from the cell, and there is preparation of inert glucose into the its active form for the further catabolism. After formation of fructose 1,6-diphosphate, further steps are named as a payoff phase, because this 2 ATP taken from the cell has to return back. At the same time, more amount of energy is also produced in the same pathway. So further steps are the payoff phases. Here this fructose 1,6-diphosphate was split up. See, this is 6 carbon atom compound. This split up into the 3 carbon atom compound. One is DHAP, dihydroxyacetone phosphate, and PGAN, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. These two intermediates, DHAP and PGAL, are interconvertible. Rate of conversion of DHAP to PGAL is far more as compared to the PGAL to DHAP, and that's why DHAP is converted to PGAL, and in further reaction there is two intermediates, that is 2 PGAL to 1,3-dipgAl, like that we get double. Now this PGAL undergoes a dehydrogenation. There is phosphorylation, at the same time dehydrogenation. An inorganic phosphate get added at the third position of the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. At the same time, one hydrogen pair was removed from this structure, that was accepted by NAD, and NAD is converted to the NADH2. There is formation of NADH2. It is a reduced form of energy generated at a single stage, or that is the only step where reduced form of energy is generated. Then there is, after dehydrogenation, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is converted to 1,3-dipGA. This 1,3-dipGA again undergoes phosphorylation. There is removal of one phosphate from this first position. That phosphate was given to adenine, ADP, adenosine diphosphate. This ADP is converted to ATP. This is the first reaction in glycolysis where we get ATP, and it is an example of substrate level phosphorylation. So this phosphate was given to ADP. ADP is converted to ATP, and 1,3-dipGA is converted to 3-PGA. This 3-PGA in further reaction isomerize. This third position phosphate was changed to second position, and that isomerization reaction forms 2-PGA. 3-PGA is converted to 2-PGA. This 2-PGA in next reaction there is removal of one water molecule from this structure to form the phosphoenol pyruvic acid. It is the key intermediate of glycolytic pathway. So this phosphoenol pyruvic acid, it carries a high energy bond. This phosphoenol pyruvic acid undergoes phosphorylation. There is removal of this phosphate. It was again accepted by ADP. ADP is converted to the ATP and the final product form is pyruvic acid. So these are the 9 different steps of the glycolysis. Now we will see the energetics of the glycolysis, how energy was formed or what happens to the energetics of the glycolysis. Here I have given numbers to the step. See, in first step there is use of 1 ATP from the cell. So there is minus 1 ATP because ATP was required to perform the reaction. So, in case of third reaction, there is again use of 1 ATP. So there is 2 ATPs are taken from the cell and this has to return back to the cell. Then in case of fifth reaction, there, as I told, there is release of one reduced form of energy, that is NADH2. This reduced energy should be converted into the ATP and that was done by passing it through the electron transport chain. This NADH2 passes, the energy from NADH2 passes through electron transport chain and that NADH2 is converted in electron transport. It passes through electron transport chain and that NADH2 is converted to 3-ATP, and as I told, from this cleavage reaction all happens doubles. So we have 2 NADH2 and this 2 NADH2 was converted into 6-ATP. So here there is gain of about 6-ATP in the fifth reaction. So there is plus 6-ATP. Then next reaction is 6th reaction. Here again there is formation of 1 ATP, 2 ATP because that is again a double. And in last reaction, 9th reaction, there is also formation of 2 ATP molecules. So the net gain of glycolysis is here in first 3 reaction. As I told, it is the preparatory reaction. Energy was used and something was prepared, and further reactions are the payoff. That 2 ATP should be given. So for this 2 ATP, these 2 ATP are returned back. So the net gain of ATP in the glycolysis is only 8 ATP molecules. So that is the energetics of the glycolysis. About from single glucose, when the single glucose enters into the glycolytic pathway, it is converted to 8 ATP and the final product is pyruvic acid. Now the very important in this pathway is these 2 reactions. Reaction number 6, 1,3-diphosphoglyceric acid to 3-phosphoglyceric acid, and last reaction phosphoenol pyruvic acid to pyruvic acid. You can see in these 2 reactions there is formation of ATP while converging substrate to the product, and these are the 2 examples of substrate level phosphorylation. So these are the reactions which is an example of substrate level phosphorylation. Here this reduced energy was given to the oxidative phosphorylation. With the help of electron transport chain, it was converted to the 3-ATP. So that is about the energetics of the glycolytic pathway. In our next video, we will see what happens to that pyruvic acid, how energy was recovered from the catabolism of the pyruvic acid. Thank you.